Welcome back. Today we're going to do a nice little simple painting. Anyone can do. And let me run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got done up on my canvas. I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched double prime, and I added a thin layer of liquid white. Other than that, that's all I done. It's ready to go. Now, the lighting is going to be a bit crazy since the sun is coming out and in. So sometimes it's going to be brighter, sometimes it's going to be darker. And if the wind, if you hear the wind, I'm sorry. Like, what can I do? But let's get started. Get a 2-inch brush and tap out a little bit of paint onto my bristles. I just want a little bit, nothing crazy, and giving it a little spark, here and there, just like so. I don't wanna make my colors too dark or too vibrant or whatever. So all I did was add a little bit of phthalo blue, as you can see. Okay. Oh my god, the wind's so strong today. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my titanium white and or you know what? Pick up a little titanium white, little bright red, just to hint it a bit. Maybe a little bit of liquid white. Okay, just loading my brush. Now, I want a cloud right along here. Okay, so now, sometimes what will help is when you step back and look at your painting. That helps a lot so you could really see how it's coming together. So now, I'm gonna get my palette knife. Let's go into a little midnight black. Let's go a little Van Dyke brown. Mix up this paint. Okay, now I'm gonna cut a roll of the paint nicely across. It gives you that little roll of paint. Sorry about my hair. The wind's messing up my hair a bit. Okay, so now let's come up here, create maybe the look of a distant little mountain. Okay, cut more paint. Maybe this one, like that. You want to scratch off most of that paint. Okay, I think that's good for me at least. Now, I have an angle brush. Let me change it. An angle brush, it's just a brush, 1-inch brush with an angle at the tip. And all I'm gonna do is touch and pull that paint outwards. Same thing to the other side. Just literally touching the tip and pulling across. Doesn't matter, the inside doesn't really matter. What matters is that outside layer. So after I done that, now we can put a little highlight. Mixing my palette knife. Now, let me pick up the paint and put it to a side. Now I'm gonna get some dark sienna, a little bit of white, cut a roll. Let's come up here, lightly. So this is something really simple. All you have to do is really no pressure when you're applying the highlights. Now for me, this is a bit too dark for my liking. So pull out some titanium white. You can mix a little bit here. And I'm just gonna go lightly adding some white. You could come back, you could blend it by putting more of that brown if it's too white for you. So all I'm doing is lightly adding a little more of a highlight. Okay? Something like so. Something so simple yet so complicated. Now, let me mix up, or I have a dark color ready. So we can go back to that dark color. But I'm gonna add more black and a bit of green, sap green, just to tint it to the green side. Okay, I have my paint all ready. Oh, let me pile it up, make it into a pile, just so I can load my brush better. I'm gonna tap some of that paint into the bristles. Okay, so now I think there's a foothill coming right along these lines. Just a little distant foothill covering up most of my mountain. That's why I didn't really care too much about the mountain. Okay, so now going to that cadmium yellow. And just tapping little highlight color just for the indication of of a green foothill, little green distant foothill. And just remember, tap downwards. And with the angle brush, it makes my life so much easier, like so much. Okay, I'm just wiping my brush on a napkin and then flip the brush so the angle is downwards and lightly just pull up so it gets those sharp tree effect. And it's bright again. Oh, it's going away, the sun. So now we have the look of a foothill back there, but now I want another foothill. These foothills add distance to your painting. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the lighter color and add a little bit of liquid white. Too much. Okay. Tap it, and maybe we'll start right around here with the corner of the brush, just tapping. Doesn't really matter if it looks good or not because we're gonna pull it up either way. Okay, wipe it off. Lift upwards. Now, I'm gonna go into a little bit of titanium white and just add a few little sparklers here and there. Just to really pop this out. Okay, let me wash my brush. We wash it with oil, water, and soap. I used to wash it with paint thinner, but it's more toxic. It could cause more damage. And if you paint indoors, if you breathe it, the chemicals could affect you, so might as well switch to something else. And just, that never gets old. Okay, let me wipe my brush off. Now let's get a 2-inch. That same old 2-inch that we used for the sky. Tap some of our dark paint into the bristles. And I'm literally getting the bristles and pushing them upwards to get that paint all up in my bristles. Maybe just right here. Just tapping. Let me mix up more paint. I'm running out of that mixture. So it's just a mixture of black, uh, midnight black, Van Dyke brown, and sap green. Okay, load some of that paint into my bristles. Give me one sec, guys. I need to fix my hair. It was getting in my way. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop right here. And instead of going into all bright cadmium yellow, because it is bright, I'm gonna go into yellow ochre. Sorry, I got delayed there. Yellow ochre, maybe a touch of Van Dyke brown and white. Okay, not where I want it. Tapping just a little bit. Just tapping the bristles. Don't cover up all your dark. Okay, something like so. It's very distant, very pushes everything kind of back. Go back into my dark. And just tap in foothill of grass to push that one back. So maybe it's gonna go like that. You can care less what's in the inside. The only thing matters is the uh, outside layer. So let me go into my yellow ochre. Tap a little bit at a time. I'm just fixing the top part since I don't like it. If you don't like something, go back and fix it before you forget and it's too late. There's always going to be that one thing that you just need to change. Okay, I'm going to make this one a mixture of both. Now let's come here and just tapping little paint. Nothing crazy. Remember, it's just a mixture of cadmium yellow and yellow ochre. Just tapping the bristles onto my canvas. And leave that dark because with the dark, your highlights will pop out. And you want your highlights to pop out. So just around here, few little highlights, nothing too crazy. And it's getting louder and louder right now. And the sun is coming back up, making it harder for me to see. So let me just go right here, tap a few. Now, let me bring this down. You know what? I'm gonna change that. I am just gonna go right over it. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna come back and fix it if I remember. Okay, just a few little duders. Let me get. I'll get the 2.5 inch. Tap a little bit of phthalo blue. Really, just a small tint of phthalo blue. And going back and forth. I don't want too much. I don't want too much of that phthalo blue. So all I'm doing is lightly going across. Now, let me change a few little things. I want this part to come out a bit more. And also, if you pull it out more, what it helps to cover up where the blue stopped and where the grass where they both met. That's what I'm trying to say. It helps to kind of hide that part. You could just blend these out. Okay, so now I want a big old tree. So loading my 1.5 to chisel the end. As you can see, it's pretty sharp. Let's come up here. And maybe there lives a tree right around here. That tree needs a friend. So let's give him a friend. Maybe his friend lives right there. And maybe, just maybe, another tree. Okay? You do what you want. If you want more trees, put more trees. If you want less trees, put less trees. Everyone paints differently. That's why painting is so unique. Okay. Well, we're about to get to the 25-minute mark. I'm gonna try to finish it before 28 minutes because what I want to do beats 25 minutes. But I'm gonna go a bit faster, just a bit. Okay. Load my bristles. Cross. Maybe there lives one over here. Okay. Wiggle the bristles. Maybe there lives one right around here. Maybe here. Maybe there lives one there. I've always heard at least one person always tell me, "Oh, I liked your painting until you put this in your picture." I go, then don't put, if you paint it, don't put it in there. Simple as that. So let me come back and just lightly tap in a few little grass highlights. Just tap in a little bit, just a few. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, so now, you know what? I haven't used my small little palette knife. I'm gonna use that. Get a mixture of dark sienna and white. Cut across. Touch. And lightly kind of drag down a bit. Or you could just touch from the side and pull across. Either way, to add a little highlight. Well, if our light source is coming from this side, then we have to do the same for this trees. So, a little bit of titanium white, dark sienna, like we're doing on the other side. And same thing. Just pick out the major highlight areas. You know what? It's losing its effect. Gotta leave it marbled. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, something so delicate. Okay, well now I need to add some limbs to that tree. Little limbs just to give it its arms and feet. Okay. Just something light. Don't overdo it. Okay. A little bit more. Maybe this other tree needs a few. And just let your hand wiggle. You know, branches are all crazy shapes and forms. Don't make them all straight. So just pull a few. Live on your brush. You just have to bring them out. Okay, well, I'm just gonna step back, look at it real good. Sometimes you just need to do that so you can know the next step for your painting. Okay, a little bit more oil, thin out your paint, and just lightly, so lightly. I hope you don't hear the air. Like, I hope my mic's still working. If not, I'm gonna be so pissed. But just a few here and there. Here and there. Okay. Now, oh, we're already at the 30-minute mark. I tried doing that by 28 minutes. Okay. All I'm gonna do now is add a bit of dirt. Oh my god, the wind is crazy today. So, I was saying, all I'm gonna do now is add a little bit of dirt at the bottom. Just like so, nothing too much. Oh my god. I know it was gonna be windy today, but I didn't know it was gonna be this windy. Okay. So now a little dark sienna white. Just a little highlight. Dark sienna white. Real quick. Okay, I'm gonna step back, really look at it. I think I like the way this painting turned out. I'm just gonna add a few here, a few little highlights. Okay, and let me add a waterline and we could sign this painting. So just liquid white, pull it out flat, cut across, and act like you're trying to cut a hole on this canvas. But while we're doing that, I'm gonna start signing off. I really thank you for joining me today on this so beautiful day. As you can see, it was so windy, but I hope you try this painting out. This is a nice little simple painting anyone can do, starting from beginners all the way to experienced painters. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you know someone who likes painting just like me, share this video. You know, it might help them out, might not, maybe, you don't know. um, so share this video, leave a like, subscribe, because most of you aren't. Most of you who watch these videos aren't even subscribed. So yeah, I'll see you until my next video, which should be coming out pretty soon, and I'm probably already done with that painting. But until then, I'll see you. Goodbye.